Brighton 2, Man City 1, the day after the game, Sunday afternoon. Let's do a bit of a review of it. First off, we played well. We were creating some good chances. We were knocking the ball around nicely. We got the goal through Haaland. Scrappy, yeah, but we take it. City fans went mayhem. I was at the game yesterday. Absolute class. It was one of my favourite away games that I've ever been to, despite the results. So fair play to Brighton. It's a nice stadium. Good day out. I'd highly recommend going to Brighton away if you've never been to Brighton away before. And let's actually get into in depth here. We were crying out for a bit of pace out wide because we had no pace out wide. I reckon if Jeremy Doku was fit, he would have made a big difference if he played yesterday, because none of our players were actually getting to the byline and taking on their fullbacks and putting in a cross. Because I reckon if we did that, we might have got a bit more joy out of the game. The midfield is too slow and there's no creativity coming out of it. And I don't normally say this, but when De Bruyne came on, he made us worse than what we were before he came on. And also, we're not even conceding like great goals. We're conceding like the shittiest and jammiest goals I've ever seen in my entire life. 15 years of watching football. All it takes is a team to go into the box and then our defence just crumbles. Yes, I know we've got a lot of injuries in our defence at the moment, but you can't be letting teams put the ball into the box as easily as what they're doing at the moment. And Rico Lewis, I'm sorry, but he's not a right back. He gets done every time a player takes him on. If he was in midfield, he'd actually do well because he's good on the ball and he's a good passer and he's good at like driving through with the ball. But in my opinion, he's not a defender. And even though we've lost 4 games in a row, I don't think we've played like that bad. Yes, it's nowhere near City's regular standards, but other than the Sporting game, I think that's the only like result where I've been like completely embarrassed and like we completely capitulated in the second half. But one thing I do have to say is you can't expect to play well for one half in a game of football and expect to come out on the right side of a result. And I don't really know where we go from here, because it's more of a midfield issue than a defence issue, in my opinion, because there's no support to the defence because there's no Rodri. Kovacic is a very good footballer, but I don't believe he's a number 6. And then every time we get the ball within the midfield, it's always side-to-side passing, and it's never forward passes to like actually make a team stretched. It was very easy for Brighton to defend against the way that we were playing. And one thing I do have to say is that we're trying to walk the ball into the box every single time, and that's becoming too predictable. Teams are reading it easily, and our style of play is getting sussed out. We need to take more shots from distance, get to the byline, we've run at fullbacks with pace, cross it in, and then hopefully it lands on Haaland's head and he scores. And if it doesn't, the keeper parries it out, and then it falls to one of our players, and they mash... Oh, I can't even get my words out. I can't even talk English. Smash it into the top corner or goes in, or at least has a good shot. And if it doesn't go in, we get a corner or something like that. We need to start playing more like that, because we're not playing direct football. And it's slow, lethargic and boring to watch. And I feel sorry for the City fans, because it was a great atmosphere in that away end yesterday. Go and check the videos out if you haven't seen them already. And subscribe to the channel if you like content like that. I think I did a bit too much videos yesterday from the game, because I think I should like do like the videos that are like worth recording and worth people would want to watch them, if you get what I mean. I think that's why I haven't gained as much subscribers from doing those types of videos from the matches. Well, from the match yesterday, sorry, than what I have done when I've done videos like games in the past. But anyway, it is what it is. We move on. And we keep on moving. City till we die, no matter what. And the greatest thing is, the City fans still found a way to have a laugh after losing the game. And we were singing, City's lost 4 in a row. But one thing I do have to say is that I feel like when Diaz and Stones does come back, the defence is going to be better, but I don't think it's going to improve the team overall, because the main problem in this team is the midfield, because there's no CDM at the club when Rodri's not playing. Gundogan has no creativity. Foden's always all over the place. He doesn't have a set position. De Bruyne's not as good as what he used to be. We need to buy in January. We need a creative midfielder, defensive midfielder. And we need a fullback, I think. But the thing is, in January, it's hard to get players in January, because if teams are like still having a successful season. So for example, if we nipped into the market and went for like Nottingham Forest's players or Brighton's players, they wouldn't want to sell them because they're doing well. They're currently in the top 4, both of them, and they're not going to want to do it, because if they sell their best players at that crucial time in the season, then the season's only going to go downhill from then. So that's all I've got to say, really. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.